Good afternoon on what is a mild, grey and cloudy day. It is Monday the 8th of April and I'm in the reading nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a box to continue and actually finish unboxing. This is the Tunnels and Trolls box set, which promises to be the complete fantasy role-playing game. Originally published by in 1975 by Flying Buffalo, kept in print for many, many years. There's a new edition coming out from Rebellion soon as its first actual proper role-playing game. And here in the UK, this was published by Chris Harvey Games, also a major distributor of role-playing games and other games. And what it did, essentially presented everything in the same box. This is a second printing of the 5th edition, sort of from 1980, which I have obtained in order to do a review of it on what is its 50th anniversary. This is almost as old as Dungeons and Dragons. It's like the second or third role-playing game published. So inside, what we've got is here is obviously the introductory sheet. And this was a very nice edition, which I got from a friend. Glad to have got hold of it, and I've done unboxings of sort of like various different parts of this. So, Buffalo Castle, first solo role-playing adventure for a role-playing game. And then we've got Dungeon of the Bear, which is a first level of the Dungeon of the Bear scenario. I've got a sheet of the different scenarios available, some character sheets as well, and the last thing I've got in here, which I think is extra because this was not included in the box set, but it is Naked Doom, which back at the time would have cost you the princely sum of £2.50, and that would have been a lot of money. This is a solitaire dungeon fiendishly designed by Ken St. Andre, who designed Tunnels and Trolls. Originally published in 1977. This one, 4th edition, 4th printing. That's 1978. So, got an introduction and a prologue, essentially explaining everything about the dungeon and how to play through this. Well, this is likely the one I actually have played through in the past because I did a lot of playing Tunnels and Trolls at school, and essentially I had a couple of game masters who we would play through it, and we'd play through solo adventures, with my character. That was quite fun. So as you can see, quite plain and simple, simple paragraphs, not much to really look at. The artwork is okay, it's serviceable, it's better than in some other of the series. And it's got a bit of commentary as well, so actually we've got a nice tableau of a room. You almost wish there was more of these illustrations of the rooms themselves in the adventure. And as I say, we've got a bit of commentary there. Know your enemy, lesson 1, a small filthy troll. And then, actually, yes, you have actually got more of illustrations, so that I'm actually quite surprised to have them there like that. There's also a bit of humour, sort of like a monster actually scratching on the dungeon wall the word mom. And then you've got basically an exit. There's the way out. And of course, the steps leading out. And it gets a little bit weird because isn't it what we've got here? And even got self-portrait here, or portrait of Ken, the justifiably infamous Ken St. Andre. And we've got an iron bridge spans the lava. A weirdly modern bridge spanning a chasm filled with lava. And then essentially what we've got here, basically, is they've got a Balrog. It's obviously clearly inspired by Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, and obviously the Fellowship of the Ring, and the encounter in Moria. And then at the end of it, we do actually have a Naked Doom treasure generator. So we've got tables there. So it's not, you are not guaranteed to get the same treasure every time you play this. You might get something you get something random. So we've got a dual generation table. Got a rather nice divan there. Although with that sort of with the sort of like that sort of lolling there, you know, wonder could that be like a mimic? It's probably not, but you never know. And weirdly, one of the things you might find, an enchanted ice pick. And then, for example, it says, you know, you will need your copy of Tunnels of Trolls. Turn to advanced weapon section and roll 1 die. So yeah, you discover lots of things. You've got a table of magical treasures, like a ring of fire enables the wearer to cast fireballs. So on 20th level anti-magic belt. Not sure what that's illustrating, whether he's basically leaping at it or being thrown away, basically being battered away by the warrior there, probably actually leaping towards him. And then essentially, you know, I think at the end of it, essentially you're outside with your sword down, a mug of something, and so on, relaxing after your travails in the dungeon below. An interesting thing is essentially how this is organised. It is organised paragraph by paragraph, but rather than have them numbered, sort of essentially randomly numbered throughout, what you have is a page. So this is page 4, and the entries on here are 4A, 4B, 4C, 4D, rather than just sort of like the sequential numbering you get in the paragraphs in things like the Fighting Fantasy series, which is what we're probably, I mean, here in the United Kingdom, gaming of a certain age will be far more familiar with in terms of solo gaming. Okay, so and then you have the end shot. Essentially, if you got it, flaunt it. Essentially, there's a very successful delver into the Naked Doom. And then we've got an advert here for SWAT, SWAT, the Star Web Aptitude Test. Essentially, an advert for Flying Buffalo Games, science fiction play-by-mail game, which was one of the things that Flying Buffalo did and kind of innovated during the 70s, running a lot of sort of like various sort of like solo play-by-mail games over the years. So that is Naked Doom. Now, obviously not part of this box set I've got here, it's an extra, but the box set itself offered plenty of play. All I need to do to actually play this is some 6-sided dice, and the role-playing game itself is very complete. Everything you need to play. You've got a dungeon in there, something you can play as the GM, and something in there you can run for your players once you've played that. So, thanks for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you enjoyed this, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a box, typically containing another role-playing game rather than a box set like this, from which I will unbox a supplement, rules, or in this case, a solo adventure, and talk about it to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. In the meantime, thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. So, bye for now.